we see you again. So, last time we were in this game, you guys were still in Faymont, looking around for different. I guess you could say you're looking around for heresies. You guys were looking around for any sign of Maia's mother and weird mind control. Shenanigans that were going down. You eventually managed to key in enough information that has led your little investigation to the Arboretum Arcana, I think is what I called it. Hang on, let's find out. I did
The Magic
indeed
Forest.
call it the Arboretum Arcana.
The Magic Forest.
So, pretty sure that's where we left off. Let's put Marlem on the GM layer.
Yay, be the GM.
Yeah, I think that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So, when last we left off, you guys were approaching the entrance to the Arboretum Arcana.
Excellent.
Okay.
Also, I've just realized, hey Ram, even if you can't get into Roll20, if you can open Twitch, then you can still at least see what's going on 20 seconds or so later.
Yes, I am currently on Twitch watching.
Awesome. Also, I suppose, is there not a gay baby spire somewhere in this place to put Marlem instead?
I just put him on the GM layer. He's gonna be in gay baby jail on the main page.
Yeah.
For Marlem.
Life happens, man.
It does. Pasta la vista, baby.
Nah, get your gay baby spire out of here. No.
Damn it, you noticed that quicker than they noticed the fucking Nicolas Cages.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey man, last time Nicolas Cage was there, I was just staying quiet because I wanted him to engulf the entire world.
This does happen.
Calling it out makes you delete the token. I don't want that to happen. I'm rooting for old Nick Cage.
If the token stays there long enough, I'm gonna put in a new Nicolas Cage token of just him when he's older.
Wait, there's a Nick Cage hidden somewhere on the screen?
No, it's something that Scout does in her games. You'll find out, Rem. Yeah,
No. I know at least like in Vampire.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Hidden suspicious Nick Cages.
Well, not just in that. It spread to UA once.
It did also happen in UA.
Yeah, I'm just assuming that Nick Cage is just some kind of like primordial monstrous beast that just.
He is a Promethean in setting.
Yeah, he just lurks.
He has to move from town to town, and you can see the gradual decline in the quality of his movies as the natural proclivity for Prometheans to make life around them worse starts to kick in.
So basically, moving from franchise to franchise,
yeah.
National Treasure 1, yay! National Treasure 2.
Oh no! Sometimes dead is better.
Did you happen to hear the story about him that he was finally forced to return some stolen dinosaur bones in Mongolia?
I did hear about dinosaur bones in Mongolia a long ass time ago.
Yeah, he was forced to return some stolen dinosaur bones in Mongolia.
Nice.
He was apparently very upset about it.
Nick Cage is a bad seed. Anyone?
So I mean, this Arboretum.
I thought he was okay in Lord of War.
Yeah, so the Arboretum here. That's
You've guessed never heard of that band. You all should
Come
go.
on,
You all need Jesus. So,
No.
Yeah, you are at the entrance of the Arboretum. In fact, it is a great vaulted doorway with lots of sparkles. Lots of fun things are going around. There's a small cloud of pixies chasing around what appears to be a crow with the head of a lizard.
That's some Bloodborne type shit. I'm okay with this.
What's that smell? Is it blood?
You hear a little.
Close to me. Gonna get
You hear a little skitter. you hear a little skittering of feet and a tiny little trumpet sound, and you look around. You look down, and there's a fairy riding a corgi with a little sword drawn. She's charging off into the arboretum.
I approve.
Oh, that's fucking adorable.
Birdie will
Fairies are-
indeed clap and announce that is an adorable thing. And we'll cheer on the brave warrior.
Slightly out of context, I did actually enjoy Bloodborne a lot from what little of it I played.
It is fantastic, and I love it.
I watched Scout play a little bit, I think.
Not me, no, I don't stream from
Oh,
my
no, no,
PS4.
no,
You would have
Canathis.
watched someone else. Yeah.
Not Canathis. God damn it.
Saban?
Yeah, Saban. Yeah, Saban did it.
Yeah, one of my buddies let me play his twink character, and I had to fight and he wanted me to fight a boss for him. It was bullshit.
Sleep was stuck on one boss fight in Silent Hill 2 for like a year, and then I went over to his house and beat it in one try. It was great. Anyways, Arboretum.
So,
What do-
is there like a special knock, or is there a doorknob?
It's just open air. There's an archway.
What's it like in the Arboretum then?
Have you guys gone in?
Yeah, I'll
Yes,
saunter
we're
on
going
in.
inside.
Okay. Where? Did I archive this page? I had an art for this. Okay, it died. Let me make a new page and grab the art again. God damn it. I was real proud of this art. I searched for it. Hang on. Boop, map background. Do. Pictures. Tabletop. Art. Scenery. And... Oh god, I have too much scenery. Why though?
I hear they serve great drinks at the Arboretum.
Damn it! You see, I was waiting for another one so that I could go in with a Arboretum fucking line.
I'm actually kind of going to one of those tomorrow. It's a barber shop that also has beer.
I remember you mentioning, and the only place you're okay with waiting. The ones around here just do coffee.
See, a drunk barber giving me a shave would make me very uncomfortable.
They don't drink.
I'm
I've
just
been
saying.
there. Alright, I found the art. Okay, hang on, let me drag and drop this. Documents. No! Sorry guys, I thought I had this already saved and dropped. Apparently I just saved the image and didn't drop it.
So, in the meantime, Bloodborne talk?
It's gonna take just a couple seconds.
There's actually stuff. I mean, I don't know what there is to say about it. I've played all of the Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, 2's remake, Bloodborne. I've played them all. I stand by Bloodborne having the best of their combats in all of them 100% of the time. Dark Souls 3 coming as a close second place because it literally is like the closest Dark Souls is able to get to Bloodborne's combat. It's made on the same engine.
Aren't they making a Bloodborne sequel?
Possibly, sort of. It's like one of those pseudo-confirmed things where stuff that might have gone into Bloodborne 2 will happen, but it might happen in the guise of a different game. And if it does happen, I mean, I know that there was definitely talk of a approach to a sci-fi setting Bloodborne, which I love the fucking idea of so much.
Oh man, you said sci-fi and I'm immediately have a chub. God, I love sci-fi. Alright, here we go.
Nice place.
Welcome to the Arboretum Arcana. There are like bubbling brooks, a nice small path. There are some trees are just multi-hued with just how many pixies are hanging out. Don't get ahead of me, Scout. There are
Random boxes.
You can see noodling couples off into the brambles. It's a nice place. You feel at peace here.
I feel itchy.
Nobody look at it too hard, otherwise Stella will turn up.
I forgot about that.
She's busy foxing about, I think.
Oh yeah. She's still pet play with the fox. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All this peace and happiness is making me itchy.
Yeah.
Aw, come now. Come on. It's nice.
There's not enough metal here.
Do I have to rub your face in flowers?
No, you will not rub my face in flowers.
Okay.
Try it, Squidly.
I'm still just like lost thinking of fucking arboretum fucking rhymes. You see, I'm a word person, so now my brain can't let it go. It's stuck here, and it's gonna get stuck here until I just run out of rhymes, even ones that are an epically long stretch.
So, would one of you guys remind me, like, which herbs we're looking for here?
Oh, you were told that your mom spent a great amount of time at the Arboretum Arcana looking for something.
Yeah, but
But we don't know what
I mean,
that was.
She also bought a whole lot of things, so I mean, going and looking for those, but if we can find any of them here, that might be a good place to start.
All right. She was looking. If we forgot, I don't think I actually told you from last session, so I can just tell you.
Sure.
Gleamthorn and blood orchids.
Blood orchids.
That's not foreboding at all.
I know what blood orchids are.
I know, because I stole them from you.
Yay. I thought they were pretty metal.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Someone's watching Scrubs in the other room. I like that show.
I like that show until I don't like that show. It's just, when you play marathons, it can get old.
Alright, so does there look like there is anyone around here who might be running a stall beside one of these trees?
There are no real stalls here. You don't buy anything from, like, the Arboretum. Where she got her stuff was, from other places, but it can be harvested from here. Though, there are warnings that, you can, like, pick flowers and stuff like that, but if you go overboard, you might get smacked around by a dryad.
Understood.
Well, speaking of dryads, why don't we find one and see if they had seen something?
I was about to say the budding industrialist will just go off and look for it, but
Yeah. Finding a helpful dryad might be a good move.
or just let the industrialist do his American muscle thing.
Yeah, but you're also an industrialist and have no idea what flowers are. You know about metal.
I know about metal flowers.
Yeah, I'm using this one.
Please, I'm sure my brain can find more.
Train spy bars at the Arboretum. Stop. Restock your rations at the Arboretum.
Fat people playing around.
Fun.
Fat people playing around at the Larparetum.
Oh, that's good.
Oh God! Today on the bus, like on my way home, I totally actually heard some like guy talk about how he was working on growing out his neck beard.
What?
I shit you not. Those words were uttered by a human being, and he was talking about how he's also working on his script.
Oh,
Okay.
no! No!
Okay, so I've heard the script talk before when, you know, I'd go down to down and it's always someone wearing a V-neck and they have a scarf on. Oh my god, it was when I was living in Bay Area, so bad.
I was baffled
Ooh,
when I heard
Scout.
them actually talk. They were standing right behind me. I'm like, oh my god, I
You-
can't.
You're out in the
believe
wild.
they're
Did he have a
actually-
fedora on?
No,
Oh.
no. But he was
You-
pasty and had like really really long curly hair.
And
To anyone
And was
who's
kind of
listening,
unshaven.
neck beards are disgusting. You shave that crap off, and if you can grow a regular beard, do that. If you can't, and all you can grow is a neck beard, shave it all off. It looks dumb,
It looks really
and
bad.
you deserve the atomic wedgies.
that you probably
You
got
are
in
the
childhood.
biggest of dweebs.
You see people stuff their faces at the Starter
Start.
I am DMing Pathfinder, and I will atomic wedgie you, you disgusting, disgusting creatures. Continuing on, you guys are looking for a dryad.
Can I knock on trees with my hammer?
I guess I will gently ask if there are any dryads around who'd be willing to lend a hand. Pretty sure Bodhi speaks plant.
I knock on a random tree and
You
hope
mean
for the
Sylvan?
best.
Yes, I speak Sylvan.
Okay. So, tree, it takes a little bit, you're wandering around. Not every tree has a dryad in it.
Just
But
look for the tree with bones.
In a very large tree that you come across, a figure will begin to form.
I recognize that dryad too.
Yeah?
How does she feel about ivy vine-based love busting people?
Oh, that is such a
I don't
great
know, you have to
token.
ask. But yeah, this is one of my favorite tokens.
This is a very good token.
It made
I'm
it made
excited to
poor
see
Theory
it.
roll to save versus the gay.
I know. It's a real good token. Here, hang on. I'll just kind of... Here you go, stream. I'll just kind of... look at
Oh.
that. It's a real good token. Alright. Let's shrink this back down to large.
Ooh, Scout.
So...
Yep.
On cold, lonely nights, you can see people harder beat them.
So, about a 10 or 11 foot tall dryad kind of works her way out of the bark of the tree and looks down upon you all. Oh, yes. Hello there, old stone. Was there something you wanted?
Lance.
Yes, we were looking for some information.
We're looking for weeds.
You don't speak Sylvan.
Yeah. I'll do the intros in Sylvan and then swap to common if she speaks it, or Wolfkin. Wondering if you could help us locate some plants, and also apparently someone came here to the Arboretum looking for something, and then swap to Wolfkin. Maia here would be the one to have the extra details on this.
Alright. The dryad will nod and then look down at the half-pupper.
Hi. Yeah, we're trying to track someone down, and well, we know that she used a lot of blood
Hello?
orchid, and I will say the name of the other plant because I have already forgotten it.
What's it called? Glisselthorn.
Dank weed.
We know she got a lot of blood orchid and glisselthorn, and she spent some time here looking for something rarer, but we aren't sure what that is. So,
Well, I I'm not aware of any blood orchids in here. To make a blood orchid it's rather an unpleasant way of growing trees and growing plants, and we prefer to leave the orchids as they are. So I'm not sure where you'd find one of those, but the glisselthorn is over on the other side of the arboretum, near the large willow trees.
What's the plant lady saying?
She's speaking in Wolfkin at this point, because
Alright, so someone inform me, how exactly do you make a blood orchid?
let's see. Any of you can make a nature check to figure it out.
I'll do it.
Do I even have nature?
I know I do. As soon as my character sheet opens up. There we go.
$22. Let's see if we can get any better than that.
Oh, the font.
Thought you were rolling for nature, and it was just a pun. I am disappointed. Is the only one who's gonna try a nature check just gonna be Corlia?
If I have nature, I'll try.
I don't have it
no-
trained.
I don't have knowledge nature.
I'll roll it anyway. Wait. That's not gonna work.
I love this font just because of the
Oh,
sheer
you know
irony
what?
of it.
Just to continue on, Corlia succeeded. Hey, Scow.
Scow's up getting a drink.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
It's in text.
Oh, I stopped reading after I stopped reading all of Scow's things after all of the puns. All right.
I just got back. What's up?
That's fair.
I just started. Okay, hey, you. Blood orchid, go.
Blood orchid was a particular kind of very rare plant that only grows under the careful tending of dryads, and it feeds quite literally on blood, as opposed to letting bodies break down. You would place a corpse beside a growing blood orchid and watch it go to town.
All right. So, I'll do a little bit of retcon because I actually remembered wrong.
It's
Rularia
possible I
will
did.
tell you
Fucking,
there.
it's been a while.
Nah, just go with your thing because I stole it from you. So, sometimes people who are a part of the faith of the green will come here and request that when they die that their bodies are fed back into the natural cycle, and you can find that at the just down the path a little ways. The entrance is marked to the area by a copse of white lilies.
I begin marching in that direction.
Hold on, Roland.
Wait, why am I stopping?
Thank you for help. You know, you're a dryad, so I hope this isn't offensive to say, but you know quite a bit about like what you can do with plants, right?
Of course I do. I was actually the first of this small little grove, long before the she came around these parts. What would you like to know?
You were here before the Shiva. Yeah. I was wondering if you might be able to like make any guess as to what other rare reagent uh, this person might have been looking for here. Like it's something that like just you have here. She wasn't able to buy it at the at, from the mages, and she's doing something with it and the orchids and the thorns.
There is only one plant that grows here that we do not allow to be carried out, and that is the seeds of young dryads in the Forbidden Grove.
Oh. Oh dear.
That could be a problem.
It is maybe slightly possible that either a or in allegiance with a cult of blood witches has been going around sort of mind erasing things, and they come quite regularly to places like the Arboretum to fetch things that they wouldn't otherwise be able to get. There is one thing that they were picking up and searching for here that no one knew exactly what it was. Stealing dryads might kind of be it. Do you know if it's possible that any seeds went missing?
She looks thoughtful for a moment and then shakes her head. No, I don't believe so. All of the seeds of our children have been accounted for.
Is there ever anyone who came around here that you had to tell them to, maybe that they were trespassing, but whenever you try and think of them, their face or how they sounded or what their name was, it's there, it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't quite remember it.
What a curious question. No, there's not.
Alright, frankly, that's a good sign.
Oh, by the way, Old Stone.
Yes?
I was given care of this millennia ago and told to hand it away when the time was right. I believe you should have this, though as to its function I know not. And she reaches into the tree and pulls out a multifaceted stone. It seems to be about the size of your palm, and it's like a hexadecimal orb. And she holds
You're
it
not
up
gonna
to
eat
you.
that, are you?
I'm not gonna lie, the very first thing she does is lick her lips before thinking, probably not an eating rock. It is unlikely she has millennia's old candy, although if she does, then she's the best dryad ever. Let's see here.
She's a grandma dryad giving out grandma candy.
Grandma
You're
candy!
You're the first of the. I had no idea you kind of were waking up again.
Ah, yes. Indeed, there are going to be an awful lot more of us in the very near future.
That's good. I often enjoyed conversation with your kind.
Yeah, same here. It's quite easy to see a couple of weeks, tumble on by in peaceful conversation. Sadly, life around here has lived very, very quickly.
At the very least, you won't die in the middle of a conversation of old age.
Yes, yes. You see, so they don't. She'll wave at the rest of the party. They just don't get that part.
Rude.
If you can, send. I understand from your regalia and that holy symbol upon your chest that you cannot stay for long, but if you could send one of your siblings to me, I would much like to have one of our conversations again. People just don't understand the relationship between minerals and roots anymore.
Very true, she'll nod sagely. I have a little sister who I'm pretty sure just woke up recently. And then she'll point at Lorelei. You probably remember the one. Looked like a giant dryad herself, halfway steeped in a tree, legs that reach down.
Was that the one living in that little house? In that,
No. This would have been someone who turned up in the orgy.
Oh.
You try and remember it, you just hear white noise. Maybe.
We don't talk about that. Unless you weren't there, were you?
I wasn't in the orgies myself. No, I did not partake. Bodhi's a mummy's girl. Spent her time cuddling. Yeah, no. There's basically just some large little sisters. As all of her little sisters are, most of them are some like terrifying proportion greater than her. And there's one that looks very tree-like.
Well, not most. It's just the your mom was the artist among the Titans, and so she made a great deal of varying shapes. The one that initially carried Learlight off was another one of your little sisters, but the thing is, only about half of your little sisters went to that. The other half just stayed around with Mum, because half of them were. Anyways, so yeah, you could say that there was one of them. Learlight, make me wisdom or in. I'll go with wisdom. I'll throw you a bone. You can make me a wisdom saving throw to try to figure out. No, a wisdom check. Just a wisdom check to try to, brute force through all the white noise.
It would be okay. I mean, okay, if you want me to do it a wisdom check, but I will clarify that remembering something is an intelligence check.
Is it? Okay.
It is.
But I was more like all of the extra. Okay, fine. Intelligence check. You can go ahead and do that.
Do. I'm just going to check out this one. And that's nothing. Okay, that's not top. Okay, so. All right, so intelligence check. Let's go. 16.
I mean, not a bad roll. Winter could have given you advantage if he had spoken up because she was also there, but I wasn't gonna just throw that to you. Yeah, you vaguely remember. It's
okay.
Really, really hard, but you vaguely remember relatively kind of plant-like, if that's the word, gargoyle that you found yourself pinioned upon.
I think I remember her, yes.
Yeah, basically she looked like a Spriggan from Skyrim, but made out of stone.
She was ever the most tree adept, and I think one of the few of our kind who actually had the knack for being a druid. As strange as it might be to imagine one of us turning into an animal.
Well, if you could send along the message that Rularia would like the pleasure of her company for a century or two.
I'd be happy to pass the message along.
Or at the very least a couple decades.
Of course. I forgot that in the only line in Bodhi's bio was "Dreams of a living mountain once more," and it happened.
Yup.
The dream is alive. Tell Dryad Stone Sister to go hang with Rula. Saved.
Let's give her a name. Quick, name generator, help. You know what? Your mom went through like a variety of like exotic sounding names. No.
Gargaretum. God damn it. We just keep going. No, please cease to burns. Gargaretum.
Yep.
Gargaretum.
Yep. I was pretty proud of that one.
It's a pretty good one.
Oh, right. With this crown of thorns.
There we go, Yulane. Or Yulani. Yulani, there we go. That's your sister that's really into planty stuff. So. Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk to this dryad about?
It may sound like a weird question, but is there anything that may be hidden here, or would it, in fact, and then she will look down at the stone, be this?
Well, I'm not sure if anything would be hidden here, but this entire little glen was built on a spot of how best to describe it. It is said that in the beginning of things, worlds were seeded with life, right? You know these tales.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a fragment of this seed is said to have survived here, and that's why everything is so vibrant and green, and even plants which should not grow in this environment thrive. And she'll just point at one plant. That plant can only grow in very specific arid conditions, and yet it grows next to another which can only grow within the densest of rainforests.
Ah, yes, swamp ass moss. Buddy, not a few times. And you know what? She'll take a look over the stone. Is there anything she recognizes?
It seems that every part of the stone, every different facet is written with different glyphs. Each glyph is in Titan, and each glyph means different things. And since there's 100 glyphs, I won't tell you every single one of them because I can't make that up on the spot. But I can tell you, like, some mean warrior, some mean guardian, some mean watcher, some mean stone, some mean wood, fire, air.
Interesting. I will brush my finger over one of the runes in particular, I guess. One that looks like, Guardian or sounds Paladin-y. Let's see if I get anything out of it.
Nothing really happens, but you find playing with this little hexadecimal cube to be very relaxing.
Is this a tool for teaching language, perhaps?
I have no idea. I was just told to hold on to it and give it away when I saw another one of your kind.
The clicking of the mic.
I did not ask the person who gave it to me too deeply. He was a dear friend who entrusted it to me, and then he vanished to go and be broken in the war.
She'll frown a little bit and look it over. Well, thank you very much. I will do my best to divine its purpose, and should it have none, I'll do my best to just enjoy it as it is.
Rularia will nod and then begin folding herself back into the tree. Is there any... This is like the last chance before she becomes a tree once again.
Can you just give us the plant?
No response. Anyone else? No? Okay. She is the tree once more.
She was nice. This is where Bodhi has her grandma moments. It's like, it's nice to meet people my own age. You youngsters, you're living in your own little world. No thought for us old folks, oh no.
So, what do you guys do? At one end of the Arboretum Arcana is where you'll find Glisselthorn, and not exactly a stone's throw away, but nearby, next, the entrance of which is marked by a small plot of white lilies, is where blood orchids are.
We harvest.
Harvest is a bit rough. More like sample.
Strip mine.
Strip mine.
Haven't you already been dunked today?
And
Squint.
then Voland was bad-ended, and the end.
He just gets taken off to the rapey darkness by like 1,000 vines. No, not my ass.
I don't want to become the new Gape Wolf.
Oh, poor Jason, the Gape Wolf.
The Gape Wolf.
Playing hide the sausage with his tiefling wife.
How are we going to use these to find Maya's mum?
We weren't gonna use these specifically, unless, like, any of you have super powerful noses?
Squint and
Super
Voland.
powerful what?
Noses.
Noses.
It was mostly just a hunt for clues. It's always worth us looking at where they were plucked from, because it would have been sort of recently. Might be something there. A little bit of luck wouldn't go amiss at least. Shall we?
Alright, so...
I mean, I suppose we're short on leads, so...
And it's a pleasant walk in the woods.
We do already have, like, a broad area to go and look, don't we?
Bodhi will agree. Player can't remember what the other lead was.
Oh, the general direction where she came from. She came from, according to the clues you have, she could only have come from some of the deeper parts of the Trails Timberland.
Okay. So yeah, let's have a nice forest walk before we have a deep, dangerous part of a forest walk elsewhere.
Okay.
Alright, so everyone take a minute, because I really need to use the restroom.
Sure. Bodhi will pull her spectacular trick of just sliding her entire hammer, her lucerne, down into the bag of holding. Feels a bit rude for me to walk that thing like out. Say, are there any herbs and things that Lorelei would need for like alchemist shit? Because this would be the place to possibly find some cool rare things.
Huh, that is true.
Like, I'm sure there are ones with some super fucking absurdly complicated and hard to find plants in them that are in the little alchemist list. This would absolutely be your chance to get that shit.
Of course.
I do have things I do need to make. I need to figure out how to make... I need do a alchemical hair dye and medicine for achy tummies.
After you've spent an entire night and you're just full to the brim with jism. Could always read you more of the joys of the golden age heroes that were so insane that they had to die out in the golden age and not come back.
And
Done. Hey.
so, you guys were told of 3 places in this forest. There is the Nursery Grove, which is where the children are kept. There is the Blood Orchid place, where blood orchids grow, and there's a place where there are glisselthorns. Which would you like to go to first?
The glistle.
Yeah, fucking coin flip. Glistle seems okay.
All right. So you enter a little place where it's a little hollow with a little pond and willow trees growing near it, and a bunch of uh, small little plants that grow next to it. Um, you kind of recognize these when you look at it because you're all adventurers. You've been, walking through the brush. Sometimes there's these little burrs that stick to your shoes and stuff like that, and you carry them for miles and you hate it. It kind of looks like that, but every single time you've seen there, they've kind of like melded in with the plants, and kind of brown and stuff like that. Every single one of these thorny burrs seem to glisten green. Gleam thorn, that's what I called them.
Gleam thorn. Or gleam, even.
Gleam thorn, there we go. Because they gleam and they're thorny. Gleam thorn.
That makes sense. Okay. Guess have a quick peek around. What were Glistlethorns specifically good for again?
Gleam thorns are good for a variety of things. It's just the combination of one of the combinations of what she was getting were like that you guys looked up were like bad juju. One of the possible combinations, anyways. Reagent she was getting from alchemical and then like spells and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do a little perception. Oh, fucking crit.
Hey, cool.
I imagine
Alright,
that there isn't anything. Oh, maybe.
So, there is a small little patch that seems to be picked over more than any. Now, you'd think that this was kind of a like a normal thing, but these ones seem to. The thorns seem bigger and like sharper, and it just seems to be what few thorns are left seem to be incredibly robust, but it seems to be completely picked clean.
Interesting. I will point that patch out in particular to the others. Have a little old crouch down. Any evidence that any of these thorns might have scratched the person?
No, not really. I mean, you could make me a perception. You know what? Your perception check was fine. Nah, it doesn't look like there's any splecks of blood or anything like that.
That would have been super convenient. It's like, you're at the thorniest part of the thorns. Also, they scratched themselves. You're like, fuck yeah, Miss She! Would you like to do some blood tracking on this blood witch? I know. Okay then. So it looks like they went for the nastiest, thorniest thorns, as opposed to the gleamy part.
The most mature ones.
And a lot of them. Like, a shit ton of them. Like, how long are these thorns?
So, if you imagine each thorn to be about the size of, the center of which to be like the size of maybe a pistachio. Each thorn is about the length of a peanut on average.
Okay. Have you got bar snacks in front of you? Is that where your brain went in a pistachios and peanut bent?
No, it's just how I think when I'm thinking of because if I'm going to call something the size of a pistachio, I might as well keep going with nuts. But no, I have a beer in front of me. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, beer is the logical addition because pistachios and beer is great.
Oh my god, pistachios and beer are awesome.
Okay.
Anyways.
Alright then. Sure, I guess there is nothing else particularly stand out about this patch. Patch. Yeah.
Could we make any sort of arcana or similar rolls to see if there are any special properties with gleam thorns that increase as they get more mature?
You surely can. You can make an Arcana check to look at to see what you're thinking at. No, blah, blah, blah.
Does anyone have a better Arcana than me?
Marlon. Oh.
Yeah. Lorelei, how good are you at knowing, like, magic-y things?
Magic-y things?
Yeah, magic-y things.
Like what?
Like,
Spellcraft? Knowledge?
like, arcane knowledge.
I know some stuff, yeah.
Okay. Stop beating around the bush. What's your bonus to Arcana?
8.
Okay.
Okay, roll to assist me, please. I have a 9.
Every time. Okay, here comes.
Are you sure?
So what are your bets? Is it gonna be sub 10?
Wow.
Okay, at 26, it apparently not only has the part that Bodhi pointed out been magically altered and enhanced some way, but there are several ways to use this kind of thing. What ways were you looking for? Dire, beneficial? What were you thinking?
Dire.
Huh?
Like, okay, so you won't know all of the uses, but I'll give you several uses. So in order, what do you want? Like dangerous, like helpful? Like difference between poison and healing.
I mean, it was bad juju already, so that we thought about. So I guess, like, is there any special scary stuff that happens when it gets enhanced and aged, or what?
Gleamthorn, when you're thinking with all this energy pumped into it, will really enhance as you look at this thorn and you think, oh, maybe a poison or something like that. No, it's more of a bonding agent for other lethal cocktails. Other than that, you could think of a myriad of uses for this because this can be used like mixed in a poultice to make a salve. It can gleam thorn once you actually snap off the thorns and you rub the sap against your skin, it will ward off mosquitoes.
So, when it's like enhanced, it might be able to bond more things together.
And when enhanced, can also ward off parasitic insects and can be used as a multiplier in like making healing items.
So a filler.
Okay.
Basically, in the right amounts, that which can heal can also kill.
Yeah.
Like whiskey.
What whiskey will not cure, there is no cure for.
Alcoholism. Fuck! What are you thinking then?
I'm not totally sure, but if she was actually using this... Rem, would you please mute your...
What?
Just suddenly, like there's been the occasional TV babble, and then now there was an ear pitching.
That would be my dog's Bumbleball.
Bubble balls are great, but please mute. Thank you.
I'm just gonna mute myself until you need me to talk.
Yep. Let me just figure out this blasted. He's got it. Awesome. Ta.
Thank you. If she was using this super enhanced stuff, she's just using blood orchids, I expect there to be like more blood orchid than normal in the same bit, but we'll have to check out those as well. See if there's anything like that. But hold on a sec. I'm gonna try to like grab some of these because mosquitoes are scary, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, there's quite a few, so you can grab some.
Would you like all stone fingers to help you out here?
Yes, please.
Sweet. Bodhi will, as opposed to where like there's a large patch that has already been claimed from, she'll sidelong over to the other end of the little Gleamthorn Grove and grab a few of them.
And then we old school WoW herbalism test where you can actually fail picking flowers.
To be fair, that happens in real life where you fail to very carefully pick out a medicinal flower and all of its sap leaks out, and then you've got just a useless plant you've killed.
It was so
It was
unnecessary.
dumb and time consuming.
Anyways, so you guys are managed to pick up a fair amount. Maya thinks that if she applies this correctly, you guys will not have to deal with mosquitoes, which I've never brought up ever. But that's okay. It's good for you.
It's good for you, and mosquitoes are cunts.
Yeah, it's good role playing. Anyways, so where to next?
Blood orchids?
Guess so, yeah.
Surely. So,
On the way, I'm gonna keep my eye out, see if there look like any more things that are similarly enhanced.
you're really gonna have to make a perception check for that.
Yeah, I was thinking that I would.
Shit, man, everything looks enhanced here.
It's so, if there's weed here, it's probably the dankest.
So, you guys are eventually gonna make it to the blood orchids, and you see like a break in the trees and a fairly wide field full of blood red orchids.
Okay.
It seems, decent enough. At the very, very end, where the field end, where the field stops, and where you can see another pathway, you see the same fairy on a corgi bounding past, waving a sword around.
As she goes past, I bless her. Let's see here. She gains the holy nimbus.
You hear so far away, barely hear, but you can hear for great justice.
Absolutely. I spend a point of lay on hands, and everything in 30 feet as it is going past gains +1 AC, attack, damage, and saves for a whole minute. Go, Corgi soldier! For great justice indeed.
Alright. With that 20 perception, this is a very, very nice field. Doesn't seem to be tilled any recently, so you don't think anyone has died recently and been buried here. This is seems to be a fairly sedentary grove.
Fair enough. Nothing that stands out as like an aggressively plucked patch.
Not really. It seems there have been a fair amount of pluckings, but it seems around here people are fairly. Hmm. You guess people are fairly respectful of this.
Sure. It might be worth it, but I'll take a quick reach out with the divine senses as well and see if anyone's put any bodies around here that they shouldn't have, like angry dead and shit like that.
Okay. What is this? Detect good and evil?
Yep, detect evil.
Nah, you're good.
Cool.
Everything around here seems relatively fine, actually.
Always good
It's
to know.
for being a field full of blood orchids, it seems relatively sedate.
That's all good. They did say it was the willing passing instead. It's like, if you wanted to hide a body, here would be a fucking really smart place to hide it, though, that's for goddamn sure. With the bodies that are meant to be there.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
I really wish I had picked out a few more of these power crystals. It would really be really helpful.
To psionically trace people or whatever it was.
Psychic tracking would be so useful right now, or object reading, or
brain beams.
hell, like scrying would be helpful too. I really have to spend more money on these power crystals and get more, so I can just use powers I can't actually manifest.
The party should help Lirelai by spending money on the things that she wants.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. No, they don't. Lirelai has money.
Oh, Lirelai does have a lot of money.
Lirelai has money.
She's got so much
Some
jewelry.
money. Well, she's got
Also-
some money. She doesn't have money to buy the stuff she wants.
That's because
Doesn't
psionic stuff
items-
is super expensive.
Also has a very rich boyfriend.
Does she?
Jesse's
we
a trader's
haven't gone
child.
over. Yeah, Jesse
Oh.
is a child of one of the biggest traders in the area.
Oh well. Oh.
And he actually just told you how they expanded out of being one of the biggest traders in the Iron Citadel to be they just expanded and opened up a new location in Fafnir, which his sister is overseeing.
Well, that's interesting.
Yep. I guess you would know that so far their influence is spread all across the Iron Citadel and the areas controlled by the Minotaurs, and to the northern part of the Trails Timber. So, is there anything you guys would like to do in the Field of Blood?
The
Orchids.
field of blood.
Who wants to go see a dryad, kiddos?
Can I? Well, before we go, can I what could I use? Could I use these blood orchids for something?
You know what? You could totally make me a craft alchemy check.
Sure.
Or scroll up to where I pasted that thing out of mine. They probably don't do that though. Or maybe they do. Fuck it, I don't know.
No, you totally told her about it, so sure. What did you get? No. Hang on. So Corleia got a 22 on this, and this just scroll up. The bloody orchids thing is what you know. Though I'll give you other uses for it if you do a craft alchemy check.
It is they are a fun thing. They'd make great smoke grenades.
Oh!
Jesus Christ! Look at the size of it.
Alright. So, with a nat 20, you know that this can be used to enhance any TF beyond what it's supposed to, simply because these things feed on blood. If you were to add the blood of someone who was to take the TF to it, it would actually make it super duper potent. And on top of that, the same token goes for like a healing potion. If you were to use this and then make a healing potion and give it to someone, you would suspect that the healing potion would work much better. For example, if you use the blood orchid, someone could maximize a healing potion.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I should pick a basket of these.
Sure. Are you going to pick as many as you can, or a basket?
Well, I know the dryads might get upset if I just start picking like crazy, so I will only pick like a basket.
Sure.
I will.
I will give you the base for a basket, and you know what? Let's give it a little randomization. How about 2d6?
How about I'm gonna roll for how many I may actually pick. Let's see.
Oh, there's a base for how many you can get to fill the bottom, but let's see how many you can actually pick in a basket. So for a 2d6. Cool, you get 20.
Okay. Let's see. 20 blood orchids.
Cool beans. And to get that effect, you have to use the whole blood orchid, by the way.
Okay.
And that's about as much as you can pick before you think, you're gonna go to pick another one, and then you kind of feel like eyes on the back of your head, and you're just like, I rather liked living my life without a giant spike of wood through my chest, so let's just stop here.
This'll be enough.
Okay.
I don't need more.
Sweet.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Let's go see some adorable little dryads who are probably still older than everyone else. But whatever. They're adorable. They're gonna be small.
Can we put them in a little ceramic pot and watch them dance?
Well, like a little army of Groots.
Yes.
So, you guys are gonna walk around, and you guys are gonna try to find the nursery grove. Are you gonna ask for directions, or are you just gonna wander around until you find it? You weren't told where it was.
We shall wander until we find it.
Seems like
good enough for
yeah.
Frodo, it was good enough for me.
It's a pleasant place to do a wandering in.
All right. So, you wander for a while until you can hear a little keening laughter of children from, just beyond a little ways, and you follow it for a while before you find, like, an iron wall of trees. The wood seems to be impenetrable, the trees seem to be side by side, and as you approach it, another dryad steps out. I'm not going to bother with the token. Oh, hello there. What brings you to this place?
Rather simply, we were just sightseeing after we've already finished our business here. We're wondering if we could have a look.
We would like to see the babies.
Scow.
Yeah.
You're dressed like crazy as Cheyenne, right?
Yes, although I have put away the hammer, so I'm just in the armor. But it is shiny and nice and cool.
As I remember, you had like a Cheyenne plate, is how you described it.
Quite literally, yeah.
Basically a Knights Templar, but replace all of that with a Shea.
Yep, indeed it is. +1 spell storing a Cheyenne full plate. I can't wait to use the spell that's in it at some point and just fucking vaporize the first of Moot who lands a blow on me.
Wait, your occupation is paladin and civil engineer?
Yeah. I don't even remember what spell's in me because I just asked that while she was constructing the armor that Lana just picked her explodiest spell and bunged it in there for me.
Yes, Rem, because she's literally an Imperial Knight. So, the Dryad will look upon you and say, "Ah, Madam Knight, I wasn't aware there was, one of you in our group at this time.
Yes, at least temporarily.
Was there a specific reason you wish to see the children? You must understand this is where all of the city's children are, well, kept in the nursery for a while until they're grown enough to take their own steps, as it were."
Understood. No, there's no specific reason. It's just quite literally to see. I mean, it seems like a sight that not many would get the chance to.
Well, normally, we try to discourage outsiders from this area, but for a paladin to visit the children for a while, especially an old stone like yourself, uh, I don't think they've ever seen another race as old as us. You and two of your companions may come with you. The others have to stay outside, I'm afraid.
I will look to the others then. Who would like to come?
Yay.
Alright, looks like Volan's up for it. I will look to Colia, Maia, and Lyrily. You guys want to draw straws or something?
Where are we going again?
To just visit little dryad kiddos in the nursery.
Ooh, sounds like fun.
Rad.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
Sweet, yep. We'll
Okay,
go on a
so-
little wander.
A small entrance will open up, and the Dryad will shoo on past. In you guys open enter a fairly open little glen. And there are, long grass and flowers going on, and you can see little kind of humanoid eldritch sprouts off to one corner growing out of the ground. And around there you can see a bunch of little green children, running about, fully in bloom, and what appears to be the most matriarchal dryad you've ever seen, kind of standing watch over them.
Oh, very lovely. Bodhi
I'm gonna
will...
say hi.
Yeah, Bodhi will have a little wander up as well. And she will also pull something out of her bag that she happens to have in her equipment. It's little Ashayan idol.
Oh, hey, I remember that.
Yeah.
I do also have a gift.
Is it business cards?
No, not this time.
Goodbye. Just like go back and trade you in for Colia or Maya. I'm like, no, this one's defective.
Official Volan trading cards.
Volant trading cards, of course. Collect them all.
No, it's a little metal statue
Yeah, cool.
of a bird.
Yeah, I will have a little wander through. I'll wait to be approached as opposed to like approach the crowd of children in case I happen to be a modicum of spoopy.
Alrighty. So, the very motherly dryad will turn to you with a smile and wave your direction. And as she does so, the
You cut out? Oh no, Stray!
Stray.
several little psalms on you. You for cheering.
Stray?
You cut out a lot there, bruh.
Drying.
You cut out a lot there, bruh.
He is still back in time. I think we just got his what he was saying, but in the past.
Yep. Hang on.
It's just like the thing goes green. It's like he's definitely still trying to speak, even though it's gone quiet. And then a few moments pass, and here's the rest of the sentence.
Did we get
We do the time warp.
Yeah.
Time.
Microsoft OneDrive decided to take up 76% of my computer's. Whatever.
Damn.
I recommend going through that bitch with
So-
CCleaner later, just in case.
Well, what I did instead was I ended it with Task Manager.
Oh yeah, no.
And
Also, always
going to
fucking
do a
OneDrive.
boot time tonight. It's gonna be great.
Yep.
I'm gonna have fun. Anyways, what was the last thing you heard from me?
Dryad.
Yes, she waves, and that was it.
Okay, so she waves towards you, and then several dozen little, I guess you could call sproutlings, just start cheering and running towards you. Before you're really able to react at all, the area around your feet are covered in excited little dryad children.
Wait, did we get Gulliver's Travel by Sprouts?
No.
Timber is what they're made of.
You shall make excellent fertilizer.
Yeah. Bodhi will do the little half crouch and meet the oncoming horde.
I hear a pose.
All right. Well, as you do that, they'll just kind of jump on you, and soon you're covered in little sproutlings.
Sweet. I will get up and then continue walking to the matron now with my coat of sprouts.
You don't really need to. She's already stepped forward.
Ah.
Oh. Hello there. It is so often that so rare that we receive visitors here in the grove.
Yeah.
We like sprouts.
We were just in the area, and well, heard that there was a nursery and thought it would be a lovely time to come and visit. I happen to have brought a little idol, and I'd love to place a little blessing down.
I just wanted to come play with the little tiny sproutlings.
Well, you do have
And
like 8 limbs to do. 10 limbs to do.
10.
And a Shane paladin and one of the sea races. How very rare.
Wow, backhanded compliment.
Oh, don't feel so insulted. We get plenty of your kind moving around here. I almost said Hussar. Wolfkin.
Bork.
Roo.
They are Osar though.
The seagoing races don't often come this far inland other than the nymphs in the rivers, and no one's seen an old stone for thousands of years.
Indeed, so I heard. I was entrusted with something that belongs to me, in fact, or at least belongs to one of mine.
I would like to pull out the little metal bird and put it down for them to show them that I make things.
There is barely someone at the door, and they are fucking pissed, which is just very unhygienic.
Oh no.
They're looking for rent money, man. You're gonna break your shins.
It's the fucking washers union. They've come for you in those tender ankles.
The Cray twins are back.
Well, looky here, boy. Looks like we got ourselves a rent dodger. You know what we do to rent dodger, don't you? No, what do we do, boss? We break 10 kneecaps and then their ankles.
Jesus Christ. Wait, I have a great idea. Since Stray is away, hear me out. I have magical things that lets me set up shop anywhere.
You wanna basically do a instant
Like
click
a little
snap,
blacksmithing demo.
and then do a little demo for him, a little smithing show like a fucking Ren fair.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, they can say anything, and I can make it.
And then everyone's like, sword made of dongs! Sword made of dongs! You're like, damn it! How? Even here?
Literally, as far away out. Well, actually, no, that speaks to my skill, but still.
Alright, let's teach you about the next Golden Age hero. This one is known as the Dart. The Dart's history sounds less like an origin story and more like a test to see if 1940s comic book publishers were even capable of rejecting ideas. It begins in ancient Rome, where the gods gave Caius Marcius the secret of darting through the air to battle evil. This ends up being a bad Dart secret investment for the gods, because the very first wizard Caius finds beats him and then transforms him into a rock. He stays as a rock for 2200 years. Yeah?
Of course, I have to go in.
So he became a flying rock?
4 other people here, but no one can answer the goddamn door.
Yeah.
Alright, anyways.
Stray, I have a beautiful idea.
No.
Come on, man.
It's actually, it's pretty great. You know, like the Renaissance Fair smithing show things, and the fact that Voland has a workshop in a bag. He can literally make anything that they ask him to do, like little trinkets and shit.
I can set up shop anywhere, man.
Just suddenly toys everywhere.
I am Santa Borg.
So, anyways, we left off with the Dryad and Bodhi introducing themselves. So, what brings you to the nursery?
Simply for the joy of visiting. I brought a little gift. I wanted to plant a little blessing down since I was in the area. And also, they're adorable.
I know, aren't they? Well, as long as you don't disturb the sprouts, and she'll wave a hand to the little kind of humanoid sproutlings off in the corner.
Oh, but I wanted to play with them.
No, there's a difference between the saplings and the sproutlings.
Oh.
Which ones can I play with?
The saplings are planted in the ground still.
You said sproutling
Okay.
twice, which is why we were thrown off.
I thought it's never mind. It's saplings and sproutlings. There's the saplings, which are the ones that are hanging out with Bodhi and Lirelai and Voland, and then there are the sproutlings, which dryads reproduce by like seeds that they plant in the ground, and then they sprout up, and then they pop out of the ground, and then you have the little sproutlings. So the seedlings are over to the side, sproutlings are where you are.
Alright. No,
I will play with the ones that I'm allowed to play with.
yeah.
You
Mr.
are already covered in them.
Yeah.
You're like one of those Ferris wheels.
I will embiggenate myself.
Oh god.
That might.
And
Playtime.
whoop, and you just hear a chorus of "Yay, giant blue lady!"
That is how that works.
Now, Mr. Giant, I have a question for you. How often do you get entertainers coming through here?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm level 7.
You are?
What does that mean?
Which means, oh, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck everything.
No, don't do that, they're young.
No, I will spend 6 power points to make myself even bigger. Ah!
You are now the size of the Dryad. She titters and looks at you. Oh my! How very fun for the children.
Also,
I'm
isn't
sorry,
Lirelai, like-
Bodhi and Voland.
Yeah, no.
All of the
that's
children jump off of you and scramble towards Lirelai.
That's fine. Also, if I remember the state of Lirelai's chest, then what cup size was she before she just embiggenated?
Oh no,
Gee.
they were. Oh no.
And she went up to.
And she went up 2 body sizes. I mean, statistics-wise, she hasn't altered, but I mean, fucking in literal size, that's gotta be like fucking.
Her mass has increased 16 times.
So like treble J.
16 times?
You got fucking
Yes.
K-cups
Each time,
now.
well, each time you get you like enlarge person, you double your size. You double your size your size, which multiplies your mass by 8.
So you
So,
just
and I went up
multiply your
2
mass by
categories.
64.
Or is it 64 times? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
multiply on top of multiply. You went up by a factor, not by a flat addition.
Oh right. Okay, so I'm 60. I have 64 times the mass I used to have. Oh.
You are dinner and a show right now.
Ah.
But what I was getting at, Miss Dryad, is that I make things. I could put on a little crafting show.
If you wish, little puppy, just don't get too many metal shavings on the floor. The children will step on them.
Oh, don't worry.
I work with wood, and then they will start screaming.
Yep, you weigh all that much, and now you're no one can actually see the color of your skin because you're covered in screaming little plant kids.
Yeah, 1 second. Let's see here. Pathfinder sizes and weights.
I just
of
multiplied
size.
my weight by 64. That's all.
Yeah.
I could try to win back the children by saying, would any of you guys like to see a show?
None of the children are paying attention to you because they're currently
are.
screaming
She's
and
turned
playing
into a
around
fer-
on a giant squid.
I'm a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, the Ferris
I am
wheel's
an
great.
amusement park ride.
Alright, I just find
I'm
just
happy
find
to
a
be
clear
out, Sean.
I just find a clear patch and set up shop. Literally, I snap my fingers and a forge appears.
Alrighty.
I will, I guess, perch beside the matronly dryad, pull out a little Ashayan idol, and do her a heckin' good prayer to bring good health and fortune to all these little ones. May they grow up strong and honourable and dutiful.
Alright. Are you going to, are you just gonna pray over this? What are you gonna do?
I will invest holy power in doing so and see if I can make it stick.
Alright. So, the idol begins to glow powerfully, and then in a shock of energy that, you know what? Voland, Bodhi, Lirlai, you don't need to. Make me a... what's the check for being knocked off your feet?
Knocked off your feet. Reflex, usually.
Reflex or con?
I mean, if it's fort, then I'm okay with that. It's reflex is a lot of those knock and shove things, but if I can just fortitude through it, I will gladly do so.
I will accept either or. Alright, you're good. Voland.
You have a +1 to whatever you pick, Voland. Do you want to do fortitude or reflex to avoid getting knocked over? I will do it for you.
Which one's higher?
For you, let's peep. Your fort is also higher.
Yeah, let's roll fort.
Alright. It's a crit. You're welcome.
I'm very focused on my forging. Very focused on no scraps getting undone. Actually, you know what?
Okay.
I have a good idea. I'm a magical craftsman now.
You can make things of what level of magic?
Up to my rank, so I think I'm rank 7, so technically caster level 7.
Crazy. Yeah, so did this idol explode?
No, it didn't explode. Instead, it radiated extremely powerful energy. And let me start setting stuff up. And copy this over.
You accidentally summoned an angel.
It's like this Ashayan idol was like our emergency Archon or some shit. I'm just like, oh, uh-oh. Who have you summoned me to slay? And it's just a fucking horde of children. Vengeance!
And copy over. And it will be Volden, Bodhi, and Lirla. Copy.
I think we goofed.
If this thing was trapped, I feel real bad.
Yeah, I think we goofed.
Alright. You channel positive energy through this Ashayan idol, and it radiates just a pure wave of like holy energy and just all that good stuff. But the thing is, you've felt this before. Um, uh, Bodhi, you felt when Ashea is none too pleased at what someone has done, and it seems someone has done a bad here. And as you do so, the matronly dryad falls to her knees, and from her eyes, nose, and mouth begins just leaking just this foul, black, corrupted liquid, and about half the children fall off of Liralai and do the same thing. And
Oh.
as this happens, a bunch of strange undulations underneath the ground burst out, and whoop.
I don't think they want us in this forest anymore. I think they're gonna ban us.
I don't know, I feel like we just totally just saved everyone.
Yeah, that might also be a possibility.
I'll blink a few times. What condition is the matron in?
Oh, she's on her knees and is completely disabled for now.
Okay. I'm gonna ask loudly if the dryads can send some help.
Oh, this token art again.
Merzendi, stop talking down my great encounters. Leave me alone.
What? That was me.
Not you.
There's the typing.
I'm not surprised by anything.
Wait, shouldn't I be here?
Not at the moment. You weren't able to. It was
Oh.
two visitors.
So, turn order. Do the thing.
Yeah. Initiative. Not my quickliest. And then we'll do Vola initiative. I got another fucking crit. The two times I've rolled for Volan, they've been crits.
Oh.
I just realized something.
Oh my god, you just spent all your PowerPoints getting huge. The fight happened.
I've got lots left.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Alright, so I added Maia and Corlia to the thing. You guys can click on your tokens and add yourself to the turn order, but you're technically outside of the little glen here.
Okay.
And finally, let's roll for the add her. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's about right.
Eep.
Oh yeah,
I could
what?
throw embers from my forge at them, but I have a feeling that the moment I spoke the bear is going to kill me.
Let's avoid. Oh god, I just said let's avoid burnination, and that's my hammer specialty. Crap.
Burnination.
Wait. The things about that you can turn off the fire.
She'll look at it like, I have never tried that.
You don't know how to work a magic weapon?
No, it's just that I've never seen a reason why I would ever want my hammer to not be awesome.
Okay, just will it to not burn.
Alright.
That's how these things work.
Hey, evil Fae, evil outsiders.
Yes.
Dope.
Yes. Wait! Evil Fae, I have a cold iron hammer.
You do. This is exactly right. I was like looking through your resources and through mine. I was like, so what have we got here? I have a cold iron great axe as well if I can't turn the fire off my lucerne, but if I can use my lucerne properly, it fucks up evil outsiders. You know what? Fellas on peer-to-peer hotspot connections. Can she have a thing on the turn order? She will flap in as quick as possible. It's probably going to take a little bit.
Sure, give me a
Wait, I speak Sylvan. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, you speak exactly speak Bork and Sylvan.
Alright, hang on, let me grab Thel from Faymont.
Go on, breaker. Where the shit do you keep your axe? Weapons. Not in there.
Alright, so Thel should be right next to Maia.
Yep, there she is. Jesus. Where was the good initiative roll when I needed you?
Alright, so is that everyone? Corlia, Thel, Maia, Lirlai, Voland, Bodhi. I feel like I'm missing someone.
That would be the player that's missing.
Yep.
Oh, that would actually be Bob. Alright.
Also Madam Hoots, but she's busy perching and is not on Wi-Fi. Oh wait, no, I can literally make her and appear right next to us.
Literally have her summon you, so I would. You didn't tell me that she was with you, but when you want, I can just copy her over from the other.
I
page.
believe
It's
I
fine.
can call out to her on my turn, and she will appear in a poof of white smokes.
Yes, it's a free action for you to call your mount when you're a paladin. So, sword descending, Voland, you're up.
I charged one. I charged the closest one with power attack hammer.
Alright, let's see here.
Alright.
That's
a
a straight line, so you can do that. You can't go through us otherwise. Smashy smashy!
Yep, power attack fear is focused. Just roll my hit and damage, and it should already be pre-cooked.
27 to hit for 24 damage. Iron/silver sheened. 1d8. Cold iron, sorry. Silver sheened warhammer, and that will be a bonus 1d8 if that's the case, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, 1d8.
Man, it'd be great if they were Fey, right? But that is some pretty respectable damage.
Demons, not outsiders.
Yep, and Fey do count as outsiders sometimes, but this does not have,
I guess tree creatures don't have the outsider template. That's fine. Also.
Wait, since there's a charge, isn't there extra damage?
Oh, no, it's just extra to hit.
Oh, I thought it was extra damage.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all it's done.
Well.
Flap, flap, flap. Shall I do a test to see how quickly she's flapping?
Sure, you can make me a flappy test while I look over at Faymount, see where you guys are. You're not that far away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you can... Alright, make a test first and I can tell you how many rounds she'll be in. I'll only allow you to make one.
Alright. Fly skill. Oh, Fly is not actually a trained even though she moves at 50. Oh well. Grip fail.
Alright, it's fine. This is just like a skill check, so it doesn't really matter. It still has 2 turns before she can show up.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put a couple dots on there.
Sure thing. She's like still got like fox panties on her head.
No lie, I'm still a bit confused whether we're the good guys or bad guys in this situation.
We're the good guys. We just pulled monsters out of these lovely, sweet innocents.
Who knows? I don't know, man. This might be like a defense mechanism.
I mean, they're called accursed mounds. I'm feeling like
They don't look good at all.
Asheo was like super fucking pissed off with some shit that went down here, and then monsters poured out. So I'm gonna assume she's pissed off with the monsters that poured out and not with us.
The Goddess of Revenge sent out a pulse and these guys showed up, so whomp.
I hit it on its way
And
in.
Let's see. Okay, do it.
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, I can't be flat-footed against things like this shit because of the food.
Do it.
Crunch. It's only the first attack. 29 for 14 damage plus a whole 1 fire. And if it falls into the category Evil Outsider, it does an extra 12 damage.
Nope. But hang on, let me make sure. Let me look at see if this subtype has a weakness to fire.
I was gonna say, like, some plants have it by default, even when I don't think they should. Like fucking swamp plant monsters.
Yeah, plants are normally vulnerable to fire.
Which is dumb, because frankly a lot of the plant creatures that have the fire vulnerability are like, that shit is harder to burn than a human. Everyone's vulnerable to fire. It's why fire is used to kill lots of things.
Nope.
They don't have it? Okay, cool. No worries. Yes, I bonk it on its way in.
Fire's man's primordial best friend.
Was that a charge or an actual just attack? Because this weapon also braces.
Oops, I forgot to roll for him. Hang on, this was a charge.
Alright, let's just see if brace added anything to that.
Don't you need to take an action to brace it?
Yes,
you need
sadly
to take
so.
an action to brace your weapon against a charge.
Yep, that's a shame.
Unless you have that one feat.
Okay, so Bodhi.
Yeah.
Let's see if this hits you. Yes, it does.
That does hit me.
You take it's double damage in Pathfinder, so I'll just roll this twice. Hang on.
If you had a readied action to set the brace against charge, you deal double. Okay. Yeah.
So, you take 16, whatever 16 plus 9 is.
25.
25 damage, and then let's see.
Ow.
And you are grabbed.
Only part of me regrets spending one of my 5 think charges a day on buffing up the Corgi Fairy. Only part of me.
You know what? Everyone needs to shut up for a second. I'm doing a thing. And let's see. We're just gonna pull up this. Open it up. Save image. Character. Dude. I'm doing a thing. I'm doing a thing just because of things that happened earlier in session. This is gonna be great. Hang on.
Obviously, I knew this was going to happen. I set it up in advance.
The Corgi Knight?
Don't worry about it, guys. It's gonna take all of. I can whip up the stat buff pretty quick. I just need to token it up.
A tiny fairy Corgi Cavalier.
It's a pixie den on a mighty steed. Unless it was also evil, and then the Corgi does that fucking, the face opens up and it's just a bunch of mouth on the front of the Corgi, and you're like, oh sweet shit, bad dog.
Way too much mouth and teeth for a dog that's small. I just realized something. If I crit, I could probably one-shot these things.
I mean, your build is crit shit them, isn't it? Isn't your build excessively crit shitty in the first place?
Kind of sort of close. The build I'm going for is I hit once, but I hit ungodly hard.
Alright, GM him. Art and drag and drop.
Hey,
Wow, this art is huge. All right, and there we go. Proper size.
Tiny Bork.
Dwarf?
On a tiny little tin trumpet going do 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 do. Charge! Come on, you maggots! Do you want to live forever?
Really come back.
Oh my God! It's just like a tiny fairy on a tiny pixie knight on a corgi mount.
Anyways, we're done. We're done with what I was doing. I wasn't doing anything. Leave me alone.
Voiced by
Not
Pat.
like literally
We're-
everyone guessed. Not at all.
Shut up. And this accursed mount is going to run up to Voland and try to smack him in the face.
Is he charging?
No. You weren't. He didn't need to. You were just right there.
Charging gives you bonuses, though.
Too late. I already rolled a 26. Voland, you take 13. Yep, you take 13 damage, and let me make sure that's how this works. And you are grappled.
That's annoying, but okay. That's fine.
Lirelai, you're huge, and like a good third of the kids on you fell off and started leaking black liquid out of their mouths, eyes, nose, and ears, and the others are screaming in terror.
Oh,
Um,
I will gather the little children around in my tentacles, and I will then shuffle 5-foot shuffle away here, and I will just slide one tentacle over to Bodhi, and I will just rub her on the back of the head. And
Blech.
you're gonna have some fun, Bodhi. I want you to smash these guys really hard.
I would love to.
And I also want you to smash them really, really fast, because I'm going to give you. I'm casting physical acceleration.
Dope.
Ooh.
It's haste.
Haste!
I was gonna say,
Yes!
haste.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
It acts. It acts exactly as haste. So
Dope.
have fun.
I will.
oh, if only I had whirlwind. That'd be awesome.
All right, so was that your turn?
You are harder, better, faster, and
No,
stronger
well,
than the
not
rest
quite.
of us.
I am also going to spend 1 power point to cast Mender's Pulse, which
Mhm.
means that everyone within my collective gains fast healing 1 for 1 round.
Ooh. I see a lot of red arrows going towards me.
The magical counting of numbers. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Everything's gonna be awesome.
Alrighty, so was that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
Bodhi!
Alright, I think it is time to properly attack the shit out of the thing. And this is all with +1s, but I can't be bothered to put them in. Swing! Bada bada bada.
Okay, first attack, second attack, both hit. Evil Outsider. Brace for each mate. Nope.
If she's hasted, doesn't she get a third attack?
Yep, I'm about to do that.
Do it. Hey, so that is what? 29. Someone do the math.
Sure.
follow the attack after having been grabbed by the charging mount?
I'm not trying to
Yes.
fucking move. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's 5e that is really generous, and it's just that you can't move in grapples. I'm pretty sure Pathfinder is kind of dickish.
Oh god, I have to look up grappling rules. This is going to be the best.
I don't want to. If it's complicated, then I regret it, and
Minus
then we're
2 on
going to
attack
5e.
rolls.
Okay, yeah,
That's all.
that's fine then. I'm going to take this guy down to Beef Slam Town.
Every single one of these is a hit, so
Woohoo!
so
how much does he regret this decision? Sweet, and I
A
will charge a smite into him. Let's see here. I want this guy as gone as it possibly gets, so let me just see how hard I can smite a bitch. Oh, I should have done it before I did the attack, I think, because smite is not
Yeah,
the
you
same as I
should've.
remember it, because I've been playing that
You-
5e goodness.
So did he
No, it's
manage
not
to
like
pixel
5e.
that
You have to
guy?
declare it right away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You have to declare your target as a smiting evil.
I also gained 1 whole hit point at the start.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
hang on, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I will free action summon my burb, and I will also free action Holy Nimbus. So myself and all nice people get a blessing buff in 30 or 8 feet. Sadly, Volan isn't in range
It's
for that.
basically.
But,
It's basically inspire courage.
it is real good.
So let me grab your burb.
Yep, who will also get Nimbus.
That's not a free action. That's a full round action.
What, the summon burb?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I...
Once per day as a full round action, you can call your mount to your side.
Oh, fuck that noise then. No, I will just Holy Nimbus then, and all friendos get +1 AC, +1 attack, damage, and +1 to saves. And I'm gonna include like the matronly dryad and like all the fucking sprouts, like everything, every nice little dryad kiddo is getting a boosty in range as well.
Okay, cool. Hang on, gonna pour another drink.
Damn, I had that guy so close
Things
to
are about to get
fucked.
fine. Oh yeah, you did. If you had done, let's see. Oh man, he's at 2 hit points.
If I had just rolled like another goddamned 1 on that fire damage, and I had that bitch dead to rights. Wait, I have haste. Doesn't that add to damage, or is it just attack? Oh, it's just to attack. But okay.
Hang on,
You gotta squeeze every penny.
Gonna pour another bourbon. Be like 30 seconds.
That's fine.
Have fun.
I remember what the rules are for natural attacks. Are you able to include them in full attack actions? Or not?
Your... I don't think you're able to add them on as additional ones. Not as a player character, at least.
Yeah, I know of NPC stat
monsters,
blocks that are
bullshit.
like, just start also beating on them with your tail, because otherwise I could finish this bitch with a tail whip. Or at least reduces defense stat. Or also I could fucking nut it with the horns. Rick, someone who plays a bunch of Pathfinder, can you throw natural attacks in with full attack actions?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. I believe you make them at a -2, I think, or something like that.
Let's see, natural attack rules. On a full attack,
Where?
attaching with... God, that was that. On a full attack, attack with natural weapons, do you get more attacks? There's no penalty listed to hit, but that's if you're doing an aspect. Give them another. Yeah. Nope, that's someone talking about house rule rules on a different way to handle it if they use a buff. Why do I just not get the answer to my fucking...
Because player character races aren't really meant
Alright,
to have
so-
them. It's...
There are a couple that do.
This guy's pretty far out, so he's gonna double move up to here.
All the
Maia.
creature's remaining natural weapons are considered as secondary, so I can also just give him a quick old tail whip. Let's see if I can kill this guy with my tail.
I figured as much. Yeah, secondary.
Crunch.
Unless you're primarily using them anyway.
He's down.
Ka-chow.
Crunch. I'm sad that it took me that many attacks, because then I could have used my hasted action to just fucking brace.
Oh, don't worry. There's going to be more
Maia.
vengeance coming.
Yay.
Did you include the -5 scale?
I did not, but I also didn't include the +2. So 8, but 18 hits these guys, doesn't it? Sorry, 20 even.
Yes.
Cool.
So
How much does Bodhi weigh again?
So fucking much. Like a shit ton. She's a heavy, heavy girl. I don't think you're lifting her. Her natural standing weight, without including the fact that she's in full plate and carrying a big weapon, is 645 pounds.
Wow.
She is a caca.
So she probably weighs somewhere around 708 to 712.
So, how much am I actually aware of what's going on in the grove?
You have Squidfire.
Hmm?
So I have Squidfire.
It's got a 170-foot range.
Oh,
You're within that.
and anyway, you have long distance ranging through Corlia, so she knows at least because Stel can pass it on.
Bodhi attack.
Okay.
Probably heard something. Probably.
Yeah, but is like combat audible? Is a good question, because if it's audible, then the
Well, they've
dryad
been primarily
outside
just
might.
hearing a bunch of meaty whacks.
Can you shut up, please, Ram? If it's audible outside, the dryad might be willing to let us in more easily.
Yeah. The only unfortunate part is you know what, the dryad is heard. You know what, let's see. What is your, let's find out. Close enough. Yeah, the dryad has heard and has jumped through the wood, and it has cracked and opened enough for you to enter through.
Okay. How much of my movement will I use getting into the battle?
To reach this area, it's about half movement. You have another half movement left.
So 15 feet left.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move here and.
Hang on, I'll move you to where you would have shown up. There you are.
Okay. There. So, oh, tree monsters. Okay, Voland, bite down and think of the age of metal. I'm dropping a fireball here.
Well, that was the
So
age of metal.
I'll put in a little X on the center and.
What was the last age, Stray?
The last age was the Age of Resurgence. DC 18. What is this? Reflex? Reflex is for half.
Did Voland get grappled?
Yeah, Voland is grappled.
Wait, how much was he hit for? I haven't taken off because I'm an idiot.
Say what?
How much was he hit for when he was grappled? It's that 13, right? 2d6 plus 5?
Should be, yeah.
Okay, cool. I believe he's got negatives on this reflex, if he can even make it, because he's grappled.
-4 to dexterity. -2 on attack and combat maneuver. Concentration check. So, according to the SRD, there is nothing that's preventing you from making a reflex check while you're grappled. It's just you have a -2.
Nope. So that becomes 16, 17, and then goes backwards to 15 again.
So 25.
Stray, you need a third one.
Yep, homeboy at the back
Alright.
is in range.
Mount in range.
Yeah,
Oh.
Voland is going to take the full brunt of that one.
I'm pretty sure he has fire resistance skill.
Does he now?
Yeah, he's a Hellborg.
Defense notes. Saves versus... Doesn't have it there. Well, that's saving notes. And... yeah, he hasn't got anything in his DRR's resistances section.
Hang on, I gotta look it up now. Alright, Minotaur, no. Hellhound. On thirds, custom D&D shenanigans.
War gear.
It's loading slowly for me.
Is everything all right?
Do you have fire resist?
I think so.
Great. That's what I...
War gear.
I'm
Favorite
not
class
seeing it.
I don't think so.
Nope. You have no resistance against fire.
Alright, so that made you crisped you a smidge. It's fine though. Even if it knocked you down to past 0, you get back up immediately afterwards, like Tub Thumper.
I get knocked down. I get up again.
Okay,
Exactly.
so was that your turn, Maya?
I moved and I cast a spell. Yes.
Alright, just making sure. Last time I assumed people weren't done. Alright, let's see.
And Twitch crash for me.
Alright, this guy can only make it up to here. Matronly Dryad, what is your fort? Alright, let's find out. Oh!
Welcome back.
So...
That's actually a
it was
26.
It was only on a natural 20 that she could actually do something this round. Alrighty then.
Scroungers for stat block.
Oh no, I have the stat block up, but the thing is she's more powerful than just a regular stat block, so I need to add stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, you'd have that spell. Oh, god damn it.
This is where I look through the Pathfinder Druid list and just see what nightmares are inbound.
Yeah, this is very much a spell she would have.
What level of Druid spell is it? I want to guess.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Done. Alright then.
Hang on, it's a level 5 druid spell.
Okay, let's see here. Is it Baleful Polymorph?
No.
That's my favorite level 5 one. That and of course fucking Awakening, but you know, that's not exactly a right now kind of situation.
You know, if the SRD would ever load, we could get this on the way.
Hungry Earth, the ground attempts to pull creatures beneath its surface as if hungry for the flesh of mortals. It's pretty fucking metal. I don't know. I can't see her using Wall of Fire, but that's also another one.
Note to self, get fire resistance.
Alright, so
Ren.
here we go. 5d6 volts, 15 volts. So, what is the radius for call lightning storm?
Oh, Jesus.
That is the 5d6 damage per bolt. Lightning Storm can reach 400 feet plus 40 per level. And it works like Call Lightning, which is 30-foot long vertical lines of lightning.
5 foot wide, 30 foot long.
Yep.
And it goes at a vertical point.
Yep, 400 feet. Oh shit, backed up. Back game.
Alright, hang on.
Why is this? I went back and then jumped back in and it's put me in fucking Borks in the North. Okay, game. Okay, roll 20. I see your fucking crafty shit. Because I wanted to go check the Blood
assume
Orchid.
Because you, yeah.
Alright, so vertical. Who's she gonna toast? She can only like toast one person with this right now. Oh wait, no, she can toast two. If she
Please
just
be
goes
on our
that way.
side.
So if it goes that way, what is the save for call lightning sword? This is reflex half. So first let's do the reflex save for these guys. What is your reflex? Reflex is 5.
She doesn't have to call just 2. You may call a total number of bolts equal to your caster level, which for Call Lightning is a maximum of 10, and for her, it's a maximum of 15.
Yeah, I know. I'm currently making 5 saves, so leave me alone. Hang on. This was gonna be a 3-round thing, except on a natural 20, but
Welcome to the House of Fun. Oh,
Welcome to Mr. Bones' wild ride.
go figure. Tree people are terrible at not getting hit by lightning. Actually, no, those are some fucking. That's a 23. Wow, this is surprisingly not shit rolls.
I guess that's one success?
Yep. So, now let's actually do the damage. Alright, call lightning storm. Alright, 5d6.
Per bolt.
This per bolt. So, alright, this guy. Oop, I had the ruler selected. This guy. Take 16. This guy. He takes, let's find out. 17. And, moving over here.
Where's the origin point for this Call Lightning?
Oh, she's originating it like over here. Oh, hang on.
I didn't see.
Stop making me switch over to ruler. It's like over here.
Oh, okay.
So it can cast over here.
Cool.
It's actually just out of range for pretty much everyone.
Oh, well.
I think I did that right with the non-Euclidean things. Stop making me measure. I'm busy.
Oh.
That guy failed. DCL, stop posting. He took 19.
This is why I set myself to do not disturb.
I remember you used to do that, Stray.
I did. I forgot today.
That's a
Still
fucking.
do it now.
That's not
I
a bad.
literally did.
That is not bad.
See this? It
All
just
right.
thought,
Other guy failed. He's gonna take half of. He succeeded. I mean, he's gonna take half of 13.
Whap whap 6.
And last guy is going to take.
A fucking righteous blow.
All right, Mama Dryad is angry and is having none of this.
Welcome to the party,
And-
pal.
All right. No, not last accursed mound. This accursed mound. So let's see. He's gonna move over here and shove his buddy aside.
Phone. Oh no.
So, well, he was up there. So let's find out. Yep.
Ooh.
Ouch.
And shambling mound. What is your damage?
2d6 plus 5.
I mean, not shambling mound. What is your damage? This isn't shambling mound. What are you talking about?
I'm sure,
That's
pretty
fine.
sure it's 2d6
We
plus
know
5.
they're not shambling mounds, otherwise the Dryad would have just supercharged them.
Nah, these are accursed weird beings.
Oh.
So the 10 damage and is grappled again. Corlia!
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, also it says that if he was being grappled by that one on the left, he got moved with it as well. And I don't think the grapple got broken. So he's being held by Fuckboy on the left there.
Well, then he moved over.
I'm gonna
one
move up
square.
here.
Out in that corner, yep.
Look at me in range for Great Cleave.
I mean, you say that, but you entered the place over here.
All right. Okay.
Because this is just where you were sitting for a while, and you have to take 15 feet to get where you are. So already 15 feet of your move have been taken.
Oh, it's a double move.
So 15 feet of your movement have been taken. You can take the rest of your movement and do something. So you can double move over there.
I can just single move exactly over here. I don't get. I don't get the cleave range, but I still get an attack off.
Yep. Good old many legs. I gotcha,
Nope,
many
he was-
legs. Oh, was it being hugged by that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Oh,
one
perfect.
is the number one.
Release him from his genitals.
Whoop. And whoop. And...
Hey, there's still an attack to happen.
Fireball. Huh?
There's still an attack to happen.
No.
Corlia did that in a single
Double
move.
move. I thought that was double move.
No.
No. It would have been a double move if she wanted to move to the middle, but she could reach there with a single move and still get her attack off.
Oh, okay.
Just waiting for a smashy. It's amazing she can swing
Yeah.
that sword with those tits jingle jangling everywhere.
Bang, boing, boing, boing.
Check the center
Corlia needs an
Yeah,
industrial
21,
strength sports
17.
bra.
And it was acid. Let's find out if
And I gotta roll a
they
second
were
attack
rolled
too.
acid.
How many echo? Rem. I think it was coming out of you. I think the echo is coming out of you.
Not
I don't-
rolled acid. Second attack, do the thing.
Second attack?
Yeah, I got 2 attacks.
But you're not doing a full attack action.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
you can't go. Which is a shame because you
Not
fucking
5e.
maxed those dice out. That's a shame right there.
That's right. This is not 5e, and I'm not a fighter.
I mean, I would have switched over to 5e, but it would have completely negated Kinectus' class, so no.
It would have ceased to exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that. 5e is going to be...
Also, both Hina's and my races.
Yeah, but your races are fine. I just remake them in 5e.
It's true.
Races are far easier than classes.
Can confirm. Made a whole book of
Classes
fucking
were-
races.
A class with an entirely unique spell list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. So, you did it. A good bonkin. But you know what? I'll throw Volan to bone here. You know what? Let's just go over here.
That's fine. It's fine.
It's going to hit me.
It's going to hit you. But the thing is, it can't grapple you because it has to be smaller than you to grapple with the grab.
You have to be smaller than it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. You have to be smaller than it for it to grab you. So.
Thank you
just
for
gonna-
being
Really?
large.
Folding
Yeah,
the
really.
tentacle.
Yeah, that's how that works. It's a grab is it has to be smaller than you, and these are large. You are small.
No, his
So
really
you
was
just-
about me renaming him.
So you take 12. What kind of damage is this? You just take 12 bludgeoning damage.
No, I take 9, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
You get a spank on the horse booty.
Poland, it's your turn. Grappled.
Say, would you like to try and escape, or would you like me to just try and smash the dude who hit you to death?
Smash a dude who hit me to death.
Sweet. I was hoping you'd say that.
Also, Lorelei has a thing to say, but she hasn't gotten the chance to yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a standard action to request aid,
Oh,
right?
I will. Yeah, I have an ability that I will remind everyone that everybody can make use of. Is that on on your turns, you can, as a swift action, because I have a feat, you can request aid, which will let you draw healing power from me on your turns.
I need
that-
healing.
You basically call out for healing, and it happens.
I need healing.
Yeah, very.
It spends your swift action to do so.
That's fine. That doesn't break a full attack round.
Nope.
How much does he get to leech?
As much as I am allowed to give,
Dope.
if I want.
Fast regens
Also,
happen
you
at the
gain
start
1
of your turn.
HP at the start of your turn.
I popped that in.
Start of your turn. Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, I can give up to 7 power points worth. No, fuck it.
He's
I'm probably gonna rest
missing
after
like
this anyway.
40. 40 health.
Really?
I'm going to boost it to the top of what I can give. So that will be. Oh, I just dropped something. That will be 21.
Alright, 21 healing. There you go, you're looking way healthier. Alright. And now
I
we
didn't know
smash.
health is.
Oh, this guy wanted some fucking smash.
All right. Which one?
The guy grabbing him.
Hey.
Kindling? Fuck yeah.
Then he's-
And
Benny's a hoe. Let me smash.
Cool, I believe that's his turn. Full round attack, Swift. Yep, he's done.
all right.
Fell does a flat.
Well, it's gonna take you another round to get here, and we're gonna go over to this turn, and then you guys hear do 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 do, and
You don't-
up here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very car giggly.
I appreciate the
And-
grade A punsmanship on top of that.
Womp.
I don't see it yet.
But don't worry, I've zoomed in for you.
I think froze.
Aww.
It couldn't handle how rad it was.
Corgory.
Oh hey, good thing the this actual stat block has advantage on this. Amazing.
Of course, because she's a cavalry and has the fucking charge thing.
Does she have a
Yep.
lance?
Yep.
Oh god.
Oh, still hit.
Woo!
All right. What is your lance? All right, you've got a little fairy lance. And what were the bonuses you gave to her? Because I factored in the
Plus one
to the other
AC,
thing.
attack, saves, and damage.
Yeah,
Don't-
that attack literally gave her a 19, so her damage will now be because
Get to a
19
plus
is
one.
the AC
Yep.
unit. So the damage is a +1, so that means a hang on, let me look this up real quick.
Don't lances do like double damage on charge?
Yup. And she also has the talent that means whenever she charges in with a lance, she can has advantage, basically. Roll twice to take the better result when charging with a lance.
Fair enough.
I forget what talent it is, but it's that one.
It's called
Oh my
the-
god, does she have spirited charge?
Oh,
Is
I
that
see
it?
the token now.
Hang on.
No, spirited charge is
It's
like
weapon descriptions. No, I need the weapon damage. Hang on. Martial, two-handed. Lance. Alright. So, a
Lance
lance
Porkins?
with her size is, what is it? Alright.
Is it D6?
Yeah, it's a d6 with her size, and lances deal double damage, so it is 2d6 plus 1.
Also, does she have to get into contact with it because it's a reach thing?
She's
Oh yeah,
so
she's small. Yeah,
that,
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's tiny. And it's up actually a +3, so 12 damage.
Fuck yeah.
Oops.
Wouldn't the
happened?
+3 be doubled as well?
Oh yeah, this +3 would actually be doubled. Yeah, hang on.
Comes 15.
Oh, that's why my numlock got turned off. Weird. Alright, so she charges in and gives it a mighty blow. The fairy Korgolry has entered the battlefield. Lirelai. Lirelai? I'm actually going to drop this token I just made into token archive for everyone to enjoy.
Oh boy. It's my turn.
It is your turn.
oh my god, that looks ridiculous.
And her lance's name is Borg. Let's see. Should I have fun? I think I want to have some fun.
Girls just you wanna have fun.
I want to know how
do.
this cross even happened.
How what even happened? Sorry.
Just for shits and giggles, I looked up a cross of a corgi and a Great Dane. And
Oh yeah, corgis are strange. No matter what they're bred mixed with, it just looks like they're in disguise as that creature.
Yeah, it's very
but
strange.
still,
Very
I
weird.
want to know how in the hell a corgi mixes with a Great Dane.
Male Corgi, female Great Dane.
Yep.
Very carefully.
Or a male Great Dane and a size queen.
Anyways, Lirelai. No, the dog would literally die.
It would
That's why you
get
don't-
destroyed.
Yeah,
Size queen.
they've done that before. Dogs die when you try to breed them with that too big.
I like the husky corgi the most.
Anyway,
Lirelai, do your thing.
So strange. Hey, I'm gonna keep rubbing my tentacle on the back of Bodhi's head.
Blep.
Bodhi, it's time for you to become the avatar of justice that you were always meant to be.
I like the sound of this.
I'm going to spend 7 more power points, and I'm going to cast Embiggenate. Empowered
Huge
Embiggenate.
What does that
Huge
mean?
Bodhi.
Huge sized.
Huge
Oh, large.
Bodhi.
Large than huge.
She gains +4 to strength, -4 to dex, -2 to attack. So your attack doesn't really actually change.
Are you able to
And
make me
minus-
gargantuan with that?
No.
Oh.
Well, actually, yes.
Oh my god, my weapon size category went up as well, didn't it?
2 by 2 levels. So figure that out.
Jesus.
I think the last time you used this was at the Halloween.
You're also. I have
festival.
gone. I've gone through the liberty of calculating your new weight, and it is just shy. It is 41,000 pounds. Just shy of 19 tons.
and yes, but this is what was used on Bony Tony.
This is what I did to
Halloween
Bony Tony.
special.
Alright, so it was a D12.
Except he also got regular enlarged person thrown on him as well, so he was even bigger.
Oh my god, it's so hard to figure out what the size category becomes because it goes from a D12 to 3D6.
And then you just keep adding a d6 onto each level.
Is it just a D6 each? So yeah,
It's just another
Oh
it's just
my
another
God.
d6 each category.
4D6.
That's kind of disappointing, to be honest.
I don't went up to D8s after D6s.
I know Halloween is beginning to roll around again.
Yep,
Mhm.
Halloween special of Strayfinder .2. It's gonna be
Oh
fun.
boy.
2.0.
2.0.
anyways.
Maybe I could resurrect him just for Halloween.
He's already in the game, you just need to find him.
Did we just
We
miss him in
haven't heard
Linkston?
any rumors about any hordes of intelligent undead, though. We don't know where to
Yeah,
look.
But you're also only level 7, and that's a pretty high level encounter. Come on.
He is the
Only
leader
if
of the
we want
skeleton.
to fight him.
I
A
know.
pretty high level, and whatever, I'm not spoiling it for you. Leave me alone. So, is that all your turn, Leerli?
That is my turn.
Nice. Bodhi, you are huge!
Also, it is
I
not
hope
it
you
is
don't
not
forget.
4d6 because that's the rule for a d8 weapon when it gets to huge. It goes 3d6, 4d8.
Ugh.
Oh my
Disgusting.
God.
I'm gonna spend one more PowerPoint to Mender's Pulse again.
Sweet.
And then 12d4.
Okay. I'm gonna look down at this fuckboy, which is now what this thing has become in front of me.
I missed any sort of answer. When does fast regen happen?
Start.
Start of your
Start of your
turn.
Oh.
That's exactly what is going to happen right now. I swapped a power attack.
Oh no! Oh no!
So... You know what?
You just
Let's
cleaved him in half.
Let's
Just
let-
bisected
hang
him.
on. Hang on.
Oh, shit.
Let's just find out how far the green bar goes back.
Oh no, wait, it's
So-
a Lucerne hammer, so you just squish him into the ground.
So, first bit.
He's a pancake.
If only you were
And then-
using something like a great hammer.
Shh, watch the magic unfold.
Oof.
Let's see if it will eventually touch the dryad.
Touch the fishy.
No touchy.
Touch the fishy.
So,
Just the right sort of teasing touch. Yes.
Hey, I've still got an extra attack built into this motherfucker.
Oh.
so
1 second, I'm just gonna turn off iterative attacks
You
and...
also have a 15-foot reach.
Gal, you can send that extra.
Yep. Oop, I double clicked.
I'm-
It's just that first
You're a
32
reach
damage.
weapon, so
Yeah.
God, I think you actually have like a 20-foot reach.
Yeah, I have a 20-foot reach.
Bodhi's a boss monster.
Yeah, I mean, you just
Oh,
turned me into a
okay.
fucking Dark Souls boss.
So that happened.
I mean, we did change. You did change your name to Ornstein that one time.
Yeah.
And I was
So,
Oh, did my tail have
is that
reach? I
the
can't.
end-
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
I feel pretty happy with that. Yes, I think it is.
Maia.
Okay. Bodhi?
You're just standing between Bodhi's legs.
Yeah, I look down between my legs. Yes.
You're not really my type. But right now you're really hot.
Thank you.
All I wanna do
Alright.
is watch you turn into a giant woman.
Giant woman.
All I wanna be is guy who gets to see a giant woman.
So, yeah. That's 20 feet away. I assume the, mounds are, gooey, moundy things and don't have distinct legs, right?
They're big planty things, yeah.
Yeah. no point trying to trip them, which, you know, is a slight shame. Just gonna step forward to get a better view, and then pew 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 at the mound that is adjacent to Corlia.
Alright, so 6, 14 damage.
You're asking if they trip.
And it goes down. And... Okay then. Is that your entire turn?
Yep.
Okay, this accursed mound is going to try to go after the Corglery.
Oh no!
Guys, I did a big maths.
Wow.
At the
Would you like to put that in, kilos or tons?
in ton, I can go back to tons on this. 10530.7.2. 455 tons.
In each swing, yeah?
Yes, every time she puts all of her weight behind a swing. So this would be at the end of her arc, like the end of this. The flat head of the Lucerne is actually striking with what is the equivalency of 455 tons.
Cool. This accursed mound misses. And matronly dryad. You know what? She has the meta magic to select people with spells. She's doing that thing again. Alright. He saves. He does not save. What is... was 5d6 for Call Lightning Storms? 5d6.
5d6.
Alright. Oh, okay, 2 15s. Okay. So, this guy will take, that much damage, and second guy will take full damage, and... Oh. Alright. This accursed mound. Gonna attack Voland again. And will that even hit Voland? Guys?
Pardon me, sorry? What will hit
Will
Voland?
that hit Voland?
Voland's
16.
No way.
24. No, he's just dandy.
Okay. Corlia!
Okay. 5-foot step.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, it goes down.
he
Blip. And it is no longer a threat. Alright. Voland, it is your turn.
I smashed whatever's closest to me.
Nothing's close to you anymore.
Oh, sorry, I need to zoom back out. I was too busy enjoying the Corglery. There is one person left. They are not in your charge range. Do you have anything ranged to just huck at this bitch?
I do have. I think I have a bow.
Let's see here. No, you do not. Not in your gear.
Yeah, thought I had a short bow.
Nope.
Anyway, it would take your action to switch to your bow in Pathfinder.
Oh yeah,
so-
fuck. You can just admire large Bodhi. Sorry, huge Bodhi.
I guess I just stand here and hum Giant Woman.
Alright. Del!
I'm here, guys. What the fucking shit, fuck? And that's a 10.
Alright. Can you kill steal Fairy Corglery?
I mean, I want her to. Actually, I kind of don't want her to, because I'll get another full attack. No.
No, you cannot. Your
Aww.
well, okay, so your spear gets stuck, but the thing is, Doggo still has teeth.
No. And he certainly is
Come on.
blessed by the Nimbus.
Oh, blessed. Let me include that. All right.
Fucking.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Corgi!
Alright,
Nice.
so this is natural attack, natural weapons. Alright, so this is.
The variance is intense.
Nice.
Oh my god. Magic pixeled.
I
the
get the
accursed
smash
mound.
again! I get the smash again!
Leerlai!
Kill
Let
him
me
with your
smash.
tentacles.
Let me smash.
Kinethis?
I think I'm done spending power points, and I don't think you need to get even more jacked. Though, I mean, I could. I could, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Instead, I'm just going to transfer wounds on you. So. Rub, rub, rub. You get
Thank
19 hit points
you.
back.
And then my +1 fast healing.
And will that be your entire turn, Kinethis? You gonna move anywhere?
No,
Okay.
I'm fine. I am quite secure where I am, I believe. I feel very safe.
Bodhi!
Time to ring that bell.
Alright, let's see how
you only need that
far
first
over this
attack, but-
goes. But let's just see for fun.
Sure, I'll even throw in the...
This is the first attack minus the fire damage.
Mm.
Plus the fire damage.
There we go, and then the follow-up swing.
Second attack is a is natural 1, so it didn't hit. But the other attack is another minus 33. And then maybe a minus 2 on top of that. And let's compare Bodhi's jacked up swings to each other. Alright, so here's the one by one right next to each other.
Christ.
I feel like I hit him so hard with a flat surface that it still looks like I bisected him with a blade.
Righty then.
If only we could get you a giant, a flaming greatsword,
Alright,
or like a thundering hammer.
But I like Mr. Crispy.
That's true. Mr. Crispy is nice.
Alright, and with the
Mr.
end of the turn order, the fairy Korgori will give you a knightly salute and then bound off into the distance.
A nightly
Bounce,
salute?
bounce.
I salute back.
Wait.
Great hero, tell us your name.
Nope,
Lance
fairy Korgori is already gone.
It's like the mysterious stranger. We just have to use VATS more often. She'll be back.
She has she gives you a knightly salute and then pulls out a small horn and does another little and then disappears into the distance.
She's off to
Oh,
go
you're
save
fucking
damsels in
adorable.
distress.
I'm here to chew gum and fuck bitches.
I will gently put away Mr. Crispy.
So, the little dryads.
Are they cool?
Mhm.
What happened? Like,
Okay. It wasn't our fault. Well, kind of Bodhi's fault.
Bodhi will squint big eyes. I was doing a big Ashayan blessing, and apparently there was a bunch of hella evil hidden around here, which Ashaya took, as one would expect, great injustice to, and decided to yank them all out of their hiding holes so he could destroy them forthrightly. They were even putting the children, the little bastards.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So The dryad and the children who were borfing up all that black nonsense are still recovering. So, people who want to can make perception checks.
Yes.
I would like to roll perception.
I would like to roll perception. Show me what you've got.
Show me what you
20?
got.
I want to see what you've got.
And for those
Perception.
who can look at voice chat.
So, Maya,
I'm too
Bodhi,
I'm distracted by all these poor little plantlings.
you're just trying to comfort all the ones that weren't sick.
They're there.
All right. You guys are.
I enjoy
all
having
able
the second highest perception in the party now.
You guys are all able to notice that only the youngest seem to have been affected by this. From like the very youngest up, it seems like every stage of growth, like from. I guess you could think to yourselves when you're looking at these dreads, like the 3, 4, and 5-year-olds were all affected by this, but everyone older than that seemed to be unaffected, strangely.
I'm gonna gently tiptoe over to where the littlest are and look for pools of evil. I forget where the littlest are.
They were
Even
over
if
on
you
top of
tiptoe, you
Lirelai.
still shake the ground.
They were pretty much everyone was on Lirelai. It was just they were.
No, the planted ones.
Oh yeah, the planted ones were over here.
Yeah, I want to make sure that, they're not all, like, dying instead.
Sure. They all seem to be pretty healthy from where you're sitting.
Sweet, I'll toss a quick, sense evil over it.
Yeah, nothing happens. They seem to radiate little planty cheerfulness.
You sense grumpiness, but not true evil.
Yeah, I will spend another thing of Holy Nimbus and just bless all of them with divine health and goodness.
And then they all vomit evil.
Yeah, they're like, God damn it!
No, they
Not
seem
the
to
young
remain
one.
unaffected.
Sweet. That at least is very gratifying. I did not want to see evil babies.
So the older ones and the really, really young ones aren't affected, but the ones that are middle ranged in this area are affected.
The newborns are unaffected.
So, like, the ones between when my alleged mother started showing up and her last visit are all tainted with evil. Okay.
No, the opposite of that. The ones during, because she hasn't visited in a while. The ones that the last time that she visited was a couple years back. All the ones that were around when she visited last are unaffected. Hello?
Huh.
Okay.
Yep. At least according to your records, because you were told that the last time she visited, it was weirdly enough, because she used to come every year on the year, and then she suddenly stopped. And though, if you're trying to draw that conclusion, no. Within the last couple years, it's only the matronly dryad and the youngest ones have been affected. The older ones that would have been around when your mom was here seem to be unaffected. But weirdly enough, the matronly dryad would have been there too. So.
All right. Birdie will
Isn't it
mentally prepare herself to get
weird?
shrunk.
You're gonna be there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're big for a while, so. But I suppose it'll take a little bit for the matronly dryad to come back to her senses, and Lirelai will just go back to being normal as well.
I'm small again.
What vileness was this? My little ones.
They're okay.
Hmm. I do not know what affected us, but thank you, Paladin. Whatever you did seems to have driven it out of our bodies.
I sort of rung a bell and Ashea was around to listen. It's more her thanks.
Hmm.
And everyone else for like helping to kill the evil monsters. I was very big. That was interesting.
Well, I do not know what happened here, but the she will be told of this immediately, and we will take. Hmm, what?
Um, how old are the oldest ones that you have here in your nursery?
Uh, about 2 years, 3 years. Dryads don't. We grow faster than, well, humans do, and wolfkin.
Hmm.
Remember, I said they only appeared to be of this kind of age. Your mom hasn't been here in the last year and a half.
Oh, it's something I need to just be very certain about as to.
It takes 4 summers for dryad children to reach full maturity, if that's what you're asking.
It's just uh, it seems really strange that, about who it happened to. That it was you and the children midway through maturing, but not the young ones and not the ones right on the cusp of adulthood.
I assure you this mystery will be unraveled, and whoever did this will be thoroughly punished.
Mm.
That's the kind of talk I like. Not in a BDSM way, but like, just in a Paladin of Vengeance way.
We are an old race, and we do not take lightly to creatures meddling about with our young ones. Whoever did this, oh, I should not get too far into the details. Anyways, um, you have my thanks.
Of course. No thanks necessary. Just did good person things. If you'd like, I can finish that blessing, and hopefully this will have no ability of happening again.
Please do, Paladin.
So, nod. God, part of me wants her to lean in and go, help me flirt with the big dryad. I don't know how to do a flirt.
I mean, if you want to bless this entire area, you're gonna have to be with the Dryad for a while.
Alright. And yeah, she will go to the effort of making sure there's a big old thorough blessing, and yeah, she'll leave behind the Ashayan idol, seeing as that seems to be most effective.
Cool. The entire the entire thing of consecrating all this ground will take hours at least. Is there anything you guys would like to do when you're here? Look over the affected children. Maybe rest a while. What do you want to do?
I would like to. Well, I mean, resting a while would be good, and I could restore my power points.
Would you like to stay here, or would you like to go back to the inn, which you have paid up for that?
I mean, I can stay here. That's fine.
All right.
I could stay and do a little forging thing to help the terrified children calm down.
They're all feeling pretty sick and curled up into little balls.
No, little sprout balls.
I would like to take some look over the children.
Sure. Let's see. How about a perception check to start out with?
eh,
Wow.
Fucking nice.
So, when this initial shock of magic went out, right, and it rippled over into the affected children of the Dryad and kind of sank in, it was kind of flowed over these children, and the more you look at them, the more you think huh, it's like, you know, they had a little barrier around them. So how about an Arcana?
Lorelai, you wanna help here?
Yeah, sure.
So I can roll advantage.
All right. Well, meets beats. So, with this, you don't know much more about anything. Your 18 won't glean you anything more than, you know what? It almost seems as if these children that you're looking over were inoculated against whatever happened, or warded in any case.
Yeah. I'll be.
This was very purposefully and deliberately done.
Yeah. I'm getting increasingly concerned.
Okay. So, um, you're going to look over these children who were unaffected. Yep, they've been inoculated against whatever happened. The dryad. What?
I was actually going to look over the children that were affected.
Oh, the children that were affected. All right, the children that were affected against this. Um, Okay, so I guess throw that out of your mind. I thought, never mind. So the children that were affected by all of this, it seems to have happened fairly recently. Whatever happened to them, you look from the oldest of them to the youngest with your, and it looks to be that the youngest are the least affected, and the oldest were the first to be infected by this thing. Whatever it is, this has to happen at least within the last year or so.
So it happened since my mother last visited.
Your mother hasn't visited for more than a year and a half.
So yes, since she last visited.
Since after like few months after her last sighting, this would have happened.
Maybe you're in luck
So-
and she's not a bitch after all. She could be a turncoat.
Who knows? Who knows? This has happened relatively recently. These poor kids were infected by something, and Bodhi looks to be trying to make sure this doesn't happen again.
When in doubt, paladin at it. Paladin at it as hard as you can. It's what I've applied and it has worked every time. Being the god of fuck these guys in particular is very helpful as well.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in the grove?
Not exactly sure what good I could do.
All right. Well, we've been going for a while, and it's drawn pretty late for a lot of people. Is there any? Jesus Christ! Is there anything anyone would like to bring up before we draw the session to a close?
I'm very happy with Huge Bodhi. That was a good time. And the cool glory.
I guess we'll actually finish off with after a while, you know what, Matronly Dryad is going to take Bodhi down to Tentacle Town.
Oh, delightful surprise noises.
Yeah. It's been a very, very long time, and you're going to spend literally the rest of the day with her. And she never, as she puts it, she never meets anyone her own age.
Nice. These kids, these youngsters, they don't know anything.
Yep.
Bella's mostly jealous that she doesn't have brain-to-brain network with Bodhi, so she can't just soak this one up vicariously.
So, next time, we'll probably pick up with you guys going into the deep woods armed with the knowledge that you have now.
There was one slight thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know this isn't a thing in the Pathfinder rules, and therefore I'll fully accept you saying no, but if say someone who's really good at alchemy, put together some sort of combination of the blood orchids and the
Gleam Thistle?
other thing, gleam thistle.
Gleam Thistle?
Gleamthorn, gleam thistle, yes, that.
Same thing.
Could they possibly use that to maybe act as sort of like an alchemical counterspell to the traps made from bloodthorn and not bloodthorn, blood orchid and gleam thistle?
There are you could, but there's like 5 different type of magical traps and poisons you can make out of it, so you'd have to make one for each.
I have faith in our squid if she's willing.
Kanathis?
Yunathis?
Sorry, what?
Can you make alchemical counter traps using Blood Orchid and Gleam Thorn in case we come up against those being used and trapped against us in the future?
Traps? I don't know.
It's traps and poisons, and I said yes, so you can make 5 craft alchemy checks to try to counter one of 5 known uses, dangerous uses for these things, but it's going to burn up one of each, Gleamthorn and Blood Orchid.
Sure, I can try.
Okay, I will need 5.
I do have some antitoxins and anti-plagues still. Could I use those with the blood orchids as well, since blood orchid seems to enhance potion effects?
Sure, why not? But you can only use them for the antitoxins, not for the specific things used for traps. Basically, it's going to, for the traps, it's going to give you an advantage in disarming it. Alright, cool, you did it.
Damn.
Those are some
Alright,
fucking
so-
delicious rolls.
Very good. Good work, Squid.
Alright, cool. That happened. So, is there anything else anyone would like to bring up before we draw the session to a close?
No, thank you as usual for running Stray.
Alright, thank you all for playing. I hope you had a good time.
Indeed.
It's been pretty awesome.
It was a fun session.
And if you're watching in the stream or you're watching in a VOD, I hope that you have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time, and do take care.
Like and subscribe.
Bye,
I hope to see in the
stream.
future. I hope to see Giant Bodhi in the future.
As do I. Look out for
Ciao stream.
455 tons of hammer.
Ciao YouTube.